This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
And the myth, the legend, Alain Poupart. How you doing, baby? Hey, you got where are you at? Are you in a different spot or something? Are you in a hotel or something?
I am in Orlando, Florida.
Nice.
With the family. Yep.
The family. You took them to Orlando. How about that? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in a Disney hotel?
Maybe not.
Maybe.
It's a vacation with work involved as well. The full vacation comes in June.
Yeah,
that's a full-blown vacation. That's your basic leave me alone. I'm off the grid.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think maybe when I went to Paris a few years ago, that might have been the only one that no work was included in any of my vacations, which is just ridiculous. But that's just kind of the world we have chosen, being in this biz. Anyway, so what from Orlando? What are your tentacles reaching out? What's going on with Tyron Armstead on that deal? And is this a must deal for the Miami Dolphins?
Is it a must deal? It's a deal that could help. You know who it dawned on me this morning who I would equate it to if they wind up signing him in terms of what he could do for the offensive line. And I'm
Brandon
thinking
Albert.
Brandon Albert.
Yeah. Injury prone left tackle. Yeah, I got you.
But also somebody who joins a lot of young guys.
Right. Yeah.
And could make an impact as much in terms of tutoring those guys as much as what he can do at left tackle. I wrote that there's a lot of risk involved. Anybody who thinks it's a slam dunk, absolutely got to go get him. Don't come bitching to me when he misses games because he's never played a full season. Last year he played 8 games. He's had knee issues, so he's a guy who is probably on the back nine. You're
going to get maybe 2 years out of him. Maybe you'll be lucky.
I take 2 years right now.
Huh?
I take 2 years right now if he can play 13 games each time.
Oh God!
I think that would be a good signing because I think he brings that offensive line, which they don't have.
No, I'm 1,000, and he's actually a better player than Brandon Albert was when you got him. I think he actually can give you more than Brandon Albert. But they're at a point where, and I think this was like the target. I think you needed to inject 2 proven linemen because there was just too much unproven on this line, too much youth. They needed a couple of veterans, and definitely a guy like Tyron Armstead would be so valuable to the young tackles on that team, man. I think it's priceless, as that commercial would say, to add a guy like that.
No question, and I think to me he should have been all along a bigger target, even though he's got more injury concerns than Lyle Collins. But the fact that he's left tackle, where the Dolphins don't have nearly as many options as they do at right tackle, because I keep saying, I've said it for a while now, that to me Robert Hunt screams put me back at right tackle, and you got that spot.
I think Eichenberg is going to be your right tackle and Hunt's going to be your right guard. I think that's what the plan is. And then maybe you draft the Zion kid and move him to center. That might be what the whole thing is.
You want to go back with drafting guys high early
Well, no,
on?
because then Dieter becomes your backup swing center guard. Jackson and whoever. Is Greg Little and Larnell Coleman still on the roster?
They're both on the roster, and I had somebody hit me up.
All 3 of them will be.
Dude.
So then all 3 of those guys, along with Jesse Davis, all 4 guys will battle for the swing tackle spot, I would imagine.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm going to be honest. Before he was put on IR, Larnell Coleman, I don't know if I've ever seen an offensive lineman look so overmatched.
I'm with you 1,000%. I'm just throwing the man's name in there because I'm just saying what's left of the tackle group will battle for that swing tackle. So I think Dieter can be your swing center guard. Then you have Jackson being a swing tackle guard type. And then, that's kind of how you'll develop the back end of your offensive line. You know what I mean? If you go in the direction that I'm saying, that you get the Boston College kid, move him to center, and you obviously sign Tyron Armstead.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily crazy about that move. I have no issue with going Dieter again, or finding somebody out there as a veteran free agent or
Dieter
whatever.
Dieter might play better with Williams and Hunt around him, and then Armstead doing his thing, and maybe Eichenberg with better coaching. Dieter might look like a completely different player. He might look even better. Maybe that's what Mike McDaniel's saying. Hey, look, man, he's all right. We just need to improve the people around him to make him a little better. You know what I mean? And so that, again, we don't think like these guys. They're at another level thinking about all of this. And that's one of the things that I do like about what the Dolphins are doing. As much as you and I can bullshit about this and go back and forth, and the listeners too, these guys are proven line guys. They know what the hell they're doing. So I'm going to trust them more than the people that we had here prior in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and for me, is as I rewatched every game and looked at the sacks that the offensive line was giving, to me, it was almost as much as guys not knowing who they're supposed to pick up on a twist, as opposed to being flat out just beat one-on-one. And that's correct. That's coaching, and that's not knowing your assignment, and that's not being deployed properly.
Not well prepared. Right.
Yeah. If you get smoked one-on-one because you're not fast enough or strong enough to hold up, that's a different story. I saw some of that, but I saw more of guys couldn't figure out. I mean, there are plays where you got three guys blocking one guy and then one guy running free on the quarterback.
You're so right, dude. It's not so much that they were overpowered or run over or whatever. It was mental mistakes. It was out of position. It was a misread. There were more mental errors than anything else that you would see in that line, and people would just come free, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? You know? And so you're 1,000% right. It wasn't that they were just so bad physically. I mean, there were times that we saw some of these guys that were on the floor a little too much, but yeah, you're right. It's just one of those where that's the thing about all of this is our frustrations with all of this, and then the job that they have in order to change this. And this is a problem that's been going on for years when it comes to this line. So we've been kind of beaten down with this as fans with how poor the line has been year in and year out.
Well, the last time they had a really good line was 2016 when, lo and behold, Brandon Albert was on the line. So I think there's absolute
value.
And James, Laramie Tunsil, and Jermon Bushrod. Correct. I understand that.
You actually had some decent players there and some experience. You know what I mean? Even I know Bushrod couldn't get to the second level, but at least he could, somewhat do his job in front of him a little bit.
Solid. He was very solid.
Yeah. It just you didn't want him moving outside of the phone booth. That was
correct. But then the other four guys were all first-round picks.
Yeah.
So that's a counter argument to what I'm saying about, okay, how many high picks are we going to keep spending on this position? But to me, and obviously I would not hold on a second. I'm not stubborn enough to say that you have to make it work no matter what. But it would be highly disappointing if you're already discarding Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg, Michael Dieter, and they have to completely be scrapped, and the best we can hope for them is a backup.
Well, no, because if Eichenberg becomes your right tackle and Hunt becomes your right guard, then two of them hit. 2 of the 5 hit. That's actually 40% is not terrible. If you hit on the third is when you become a stud. If you got 3 out of the 5, it would have been, remember, you weren't expecting all 5 to hit. So you needed at least 2 or 3 to make it successful. So if Hunt and Eichenberg do hit, then you've done all right out of the 5 hitting 2. It's that third guy. Now, let's say Dieter becomes a really important backup center guard. Does that become a hit or no?
Yeah, considering he's a third-round pick. Yeah, that's fine.
So then maybe there's still hope that, in other words, reinvesting in that line, it doesn't hurt to keep reinvest. My God, the Dallas Cowboys keep reinvesting in the line all the time, don't they? They keep investing in the line, and and look, they keep losing guys. Now they've lost 2 guys, and they'll have to keep reinvesting in that line. What are you gonna do, man?
Who did they lose?
Huh?
Who did they lose?
Our guy and Lael.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Again, to me, right tackle was not when that.
No, but I'm saying Dallas has to reinvest. That's all I'm saying is that they're now is what I'm saying. So it's kind of part of the process, anyways, and And in the end, my brother, if they don't fix this line, they're not going anywhere. I mean, they have no choice, Alan. They have to fix this line because
based on the way the team is built, absolutely, no question about it. But Cincinnati showed last year you can have success even if you have a bad line.
I know, but you're not going to win it all. So let's get
Dude,
the line.
They were at midfield. They were at midfield driving for a game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. I mean, how much closer do you want?
There's
this is where the elite quarterback makes a difference.
No. Listen, Burrow's Burrow. But my point is, I almost think that this is a team that got hot at the right time. They're really not that good. And I think that this year will kind of show that, even though they did add some linemen now. So at least I give them credit because they added my guy Kappa. And I'm not that big on the Collins guy.
Ted Karras.
And Ted Karras is a solid center overall. But, at least they added some linemen. But I just have a feeling that, I don't know if the Bengals will be as good as they were last year. I'll be interested to. I almost have that feeling like it's Boomer Esiason and Ken Anderson again, and those teams were better. That they didn't come back. They never made it back. You know what I mean? They had their run, and I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, you mentioned they got hot. Yeah, they got hot, but they beat every good team in the AFC. I mean, they beat Tennessee. They beat.
I know. I know. Listen, I saw Andrew Luck get to the AFC Championship game one year with no line, no running game. Right. Because he's special, and you can only do that so much. Correct. And then you take a beating and you take a pounding and all of that. But in the end, if you build that line, Alan, then you have long-term success. That's the thing. Instead of being a one-hit wonder. Yes.
You can keep it together for a long time, correct. And the Eagles are a good example of that. And Pittsburgh for a long time had a kick-ass line, and now it's gone by the wayside, and they're still finding a way to make the playoffs, which is a testament to Mike Tomlin, but who should have been a Dolphin coach in 2007, but that's an entirely different story.
By the way, tell Poupart that Burrow made his line worse than what it was by standing still like a trunk for 4 seconds in the pocket. He had no knee, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Joe Burrow was a complete stiff who didn't elevate anybody on that offense. I apologize.
No, but he was playing with one leg at the second half of that game, dude. He got whacked. He came back after that brutal injury. It's not his.
Was he talking about just the Super Bowl, or was he talking about the entire season?
No, I think because of that crap throw he made that kind of cost him, the interception where he had that terrible throw in the Super Bowl. The one panic throw. In the Super Bowl. He had a panic throw in the Super Bowl and ended up in a pick six, right? It was a pick six, right?
That's not Burrow. That was Kyler Murray. It's Kyler Murray in the playoffs.
Oh, it was Murray. It was Murray. That's right. No, that's right. It was Murray. That's right. That poor kid came back from that knee injury. And I thought didn't he play all right with the knee injury?
Who?
He play half decent. Burrow, even when he came back from the knee injury,
he was fine.
Right?
He was fine. And they singled.
Burrow's a monster.
On fourth down with the game on the line, they singled Aaron Donald and let their left guard go ahead block him. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's over. Right. Nobody's going to block that guy one-on-one. All right. So if Tyron Armstead signs, would you say the free agent part of the offseason is an A+?
No.
A+? What grade? Okay, A-. A. You're not giving it a B with Armstead, right?
The problem with the Dolphins have done, and this is the problem, is I look at the whole of this team. Tell me the impact players on this team. If you were to rank the top 20 players in the AFC East, how many are Dolphin players? 2, maybe 3. In the meantime, you look at Buffalo added Von Miller. The Raiders added Devontae Adams.
That's a terrible contract, Von Miller.
I understand that. Oh, but we might not be complaining about his contract if the Bills win the Super Bowl next season. My point is,
let's see if they win it.
My point is the Dolphins got on the doorstep of the playoffs each of the last 2 years. But when the money games showed up, you could see that this was a team that just has a collection of good, solid players, but is really lacking in terms of top-end elite talent. And nothing has changed with this offseason because the guys they signed are all pretty much complementary guys. Cedric Wilson, Chase Edmonds, Alec Ingold, Teddy Bridgewater, who signed as a backup. Trent Sherfield.
I love that signing. I think that's a great signing.
Which one?
Bridgewater. That's a Strock signing.
It's great, but he's a backup. He's not going to make a huge impact on your team.
Yes, he is. He's going to make an excellent impact because he'll be on the sideline seeing stuff that Tua may not see. He will help Tua, dude. Definitely he will help Tua, man, because he's got 7 years of experience, 8 years of experience, whatever the hell it is. And plus, no. Jacoby Brissett mentally is a midget compared to Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is a professor, bro. That guy is, the good Lord just didn't give him enough talent to be a stud at this level. But Teddy Bridgewater is a stud. All he needed was a little bit more arm and athleticism, and he would be a Hall of Famer. I'm telling you, he's Strock, bro.
Okay.
He's Strock on the sidelines.
Okay,
I really love that signing.
If Tua
not as a player, he won't take you anywhere as a player. But
that's my point. That's precisely my point. Okay. And if Tua takes a major step, and we can clearly see that it was because of Teddy Bridgewater's tutelage, I'll walk it back what I'm saying right now. But what I'm saying right now is this is still a team that is going to be very solid, is going to be competitive, but to me is still lacking badly and clearly in top-end talent.
Okay. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Javon Holland could turn in top end. You know what I mean? Right. And X is going to play top end. Hopefully, maybe Ogba can be top end. And if you sign Tyron Armstead, could be top end. And if you get an offensive line and a running game, Tua can be top end. And Gesicki can be a top end pass catcher for you at tight end. Not a top end blocker. That's an awful lot of candy. Huh?
Okay. I hope it pans out in every single situation you just said. To me, again, but Emmanuel Ogba, who I really like as a player, who I advocated for his re-signing time and time again with you and then writing as well. To me, what you got the past 2 years was very, very good.
Awesome.
And correct. That's what you get. Would you call him a game changer?
Yes.
Really?
Hell yeah, I would call him a game changer. Sacks, block passes. And the hurries, hell yeah, he's a game changer, dude.
I mean, he's not a game wrecker like some of the other guys.
Okay, there's only one Aaron Donald.
I'm not talking about just Aaron Donald. I'm talking about
so how many game
Trey
records?
Hendrickson, for example, to me made more of an impact with the Bengals last year.
Who?
Trey Hendrickson.
Oh yeah, he's a great sack artist, dude. Yeah,
Max Crosby is more of an impact player. That's what I'm talking about.
How many sacks did Max Crosby have?
I'm not.
How many more did he have than Ogba?
Not just sacks. I mean, I watched the Raiders.
But no, Ogba's not. That's why I brought it up, because Ogba's more than sacks, my friend.
Well,
that's why I brought it up. If I'm correct, isn't he one of the top leaders in hurries? And he leads the NFL in batted passes.
He does. Yes, he does.
So I don't see that from Mad Max.
Then we look. I'm talking my eyeballs.
You made it sound like there are home wreckers all over the NFL. Okay, and that are over Ogba, and that's just not the case. There's only a couple of guys, maybe, but outside of that, Ogba
did say easily 10, if not 15.
Wow.
Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Von Miller. No. Sorry.
TJ. That's right. Not his brother. Not the brother. Okay. Not the big brother.
Not the big brother. Not anymore. Yeah.
No, hasn't been for years. For years. It's been a while for JJ.
Yep.
Chandler, probably.
Chandler Jones.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably about 10 guys, maybe. I don't know about 15. Can you name 15?
Off the top, I'd have to go team by team. It's kind of going to make a boring video when you do that.
Okay, I'll send you a DM, a text, or something if you come up with 15.
There you go.
In front of. Remember, you gotta include the hurries, the block passes, and the sacks.
Dude, okay. I know what a game record as a pass rusher looks like.
Okay, all right.
Shockingly enough.
Say Megan Thee Stallion is also a game record too. I don't know if you heard.
I have not heard.
She was hitting on ASAP Rocky, which is not good. See, that's game wrecking right there.
It's an absolute shame. If I could name you one song either of those two sing, I'd be impressed.
And you have no idea what I'm talking about either, right?
No, I know who they are, but I don't know the particular.
The reason I mention is because ASAP Rocky is with Rihanna. Rihanna's pregnant.
Oh,
so over the weekend, Rihanna started unfollowing Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. And so did, I think it was maybe Ciara or somebody else also unfollowed Megan Thee Stallion because Megan started flirting with ASAP Rocky.
Jeez.
And Riri, which is Rihanna, by the way, signed just in case. And Riri signed Megan Thee Stallion to a Fenty contract. So this is how she repays Riri by hitting on her man. So that's why I was talking about a game wrecker. See,
that's a game wrecker.
Some guys were thinking about Megan Thee Stallion just shaking her ass on stage. I'm talking about her ruining a relationship.
Trying to. What did ASAP Rocky do? Did he go there?
No, he didn't do anything. It was just messing with him, and ASAP Rocky knew his place. He was like, yo, no. I got my girl.
Okay,
I got my girl, and she's pregnant. So yeah, that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on in that other world.
That's the real stuff right there.
That's the real stuff right there. See, that's what you get on this show. You get the real stuff. All right, what are they going to get on Sports Illustrated so they can check you out?
Well, it's mostly, especially since I'm on vacation mode while still working, it's mostly going to be like
hate for Agba,
whatever breaks, and obviously if Tyron Armstead, signs will be all over it with all the ramifications and analyzing what it means.
And an article of 77 players better than Agba.
See, now you've gone from 10 to 15 to 77, man. And people say you exaggerate a lot. Holy moly!
Cuban, what the hell? It's like law. It's like I'm supposed to do that. If I don't exaggerate, then you've got to take the Cuban title away from me. You got to strip it from me if I don't exaggerate. All right, follow him on Twitter at Poupart NFL, and make sure you bookmark his page at Sports Illustrated. Every Dolphin fan on the planet needs to bookmark that page. That man types out about 87 articles, even when he's in the middle of the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's amazing. Print, send. It's amazing. Poupart, you're awesome.
Bad reception over there, though.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you keep doing it when you're dipping on the falls, right? When he's telling you rough waters ahead, matey. You can't do it. You got to wait towards the end to hit send, bro.
Okay,
then you're okay. There you go. All right, be good, my brother. Thank you.
Right back at you, bud.
There you go, Alain Poupart and our Sports Grill Miami Dolphins report.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.